to the concrete arrest.
Wow.
I think we got a round of applause out of 3 people standing there.
Surprised it's not on YouTube.
I'm surprised it's not there either. And one person shouted, "Nice job, officer." He looked back and said, "Thank you. Thanks for giving away my cover now." So we go inside, we sit down, take our seats, and Usher comes up to us and he says, "Hey, we're trying to make it look good for TV. You want to move down to the 200 section?"
Oh, hey-oh.
Yeah, so my $50 wound up getting me a $120 deal.
Nice.
Well, you get there, and there's a family of 4 sitting there, and the kids, and I absolutely love this. The kids, and it reminded me of me when I was young. They actually buy into this stuff. They bought into it. So as this is going on, Dave Bautista, who apparently won the championship the night before the pay-per-view, was getting the snot beat out of him by Ted DiBiase Jr., Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. And all I'm thinking is, while I'm listening to Dave Bautista shout, is, boy, that microphone under the ring is sure amped big time. Because you can hear the guy, you can hear him at Blackham Coliseum. Yeah. And he's shouting, and as I didn't realize I thought this aloud, the kid next to me looks over at me and said, "There's no microphone under the ring. He's really in pain." I'm like, oh, God. Oof. What have I gotten myself into? Then I realized, wait, I can have fun with him.
Okay.
Next match is boring. I started boring chant. Then I started Goldberg chant. Then a Gilbert chant. A couple of the old school fans got it.
Nice.
They laughed, got maybe one other person to play along. Then Goldust walks out as a part of a 3-man tag match. I completely mark out. The kid's like, "Who's this? He's a nobody." I'm like, "Kid, you don't know." Next match comes in. John Cena gets the pop. I start booing him. The kid's like, "You're mean. You can't boo John Cena." Big Show comes out. I start cheering him. When he starts beating John Cena, I cheer for the Big Slow.
Yeah.
The kid's like, "How can you do that? You're mean. You're terrible. You can't do that. He's the bad guy." And I'm like, "Oh, kid, you got to wisen up. The Big Show's the man." And I'm just going on playing with this, and a couple of and his dad is just laughing at me. He looks at me, he's like, "Be nice to him." I'm like, I'm just putting him through the same stuff I went through.
Yeah.
So the kid in me came back out. We had fun at the wrestling event. We had fun torturing the little kids. How sick that might sound.
Sick.
And when I started the boring chant for a complete spot fest, no technical action whatsoever, I'm going boring, boring, which some of you out there right now watching this are probably doing too.
For that we apologize.
Again, this is a very rough cut of the first show.
It's a pilot episode.
Yeah, it's a pilot episode. We're in our 2nd season. We're doing a pilot episode, which shows how much faith the programming department here has in us. Will, we apologize for doing this. Ed, we apologize. I understand now why our normal director, Duke, went home. But doing this, the kid is like, "No, this is exciting." I'm like, okay, have it your way.
Run with it. Yeah, you just have to run with it at that point.
And it made me realize, boy, like Eric saying in the back, wow. How old have I gotten? B, how terrible has wrestling gotten? And C, what did I do wasting that kind of money on pro wrestling?
Couldn't tell you, man.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. You're on the other side of the stadium.
That's true.
How'd you enjoy it?
True. It was okay. Yeah.
That's it? Okay?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, we'll just go with that again. Another 10 minutes to kill. Hold on, wait, that's the owl. This is 232-4434, extension 207. Call in another 10 minutes. Your forum. You talk about whatever you want, provided it's within the realm. Have a take. Say what? 12 minutes left in the program, an entire quarter of basketball to go here. And for those of you watching on Ustream right now, welcome in. This is the Acadiana Open Channel here in Lafayette, Louisiana. AOC, 25 years old.
Yeah.
26 this year. Last year was 25.
Yeah.
And we're just continuing the proud tradition of amateurs on camera.
That's right.
Here at the Open Channel. Again, next week it'll be much better than what it is right now. And we've gone through, again, the entire gauntlet. Well, no, we forgot one thing.
What do we forget?
Iran, and we're not talking about the flock of seagulls.
Iran so far, yeah.
Yes, the election in Tehran. How could we forget this?
How can we forget?
Thoughts of it being rigged, thoughts of it being... Mahmoud Ahmadinejad declared the victor. People think it's rigged. The hardliners in Iran, the government getting the media out, Twitter, cell phone cameras, the only things that are pretty much sending information out of said Middle Eastern country right now. Your thoughts, Mike?
My thoughts, when you said the Twitter thing, it made me remember there was a hashtag that was trending on Twitter. It's CNN fail. And the reason why they were saying is that because American journalism wasn't covering this particular incident as BBC was. A lot of international, whatever the reason was, CNN wasn't covering it. So a lot of the Twitterverse was very disappointed in American broadcasting for this. I can't say whether or not that if it was rigged. It seems like it was. There was a independent jury out that declared that the results were void, but it was not official. And there was only one publication that published it, and it could have been a bad translation. We're not really sure. I think by tomorrow's morning light, we should know a little bit more, hopefully. Hopefully, I just really hope that they'll get some resolution, because it's a pretty horrific situation right now. It
is a horrific situation, and as one pundit put it today, this is the largest demonstration Iran has seen since 1979, when the Ayatollah Khomeini came back and overthrew the Shah. And I think probably the largest mass protest or mass demonstration to get covered, probably since Tiananmen Square 20 years ago. Well, maybe not, I don't know. But depending on how you want to look at it, it's quite possible. But there are a lot going on in the world, and it is a pity that CNN, knowing how much, what kind of journalism CNN is known for, a lot of things they've done, that they're not getting into Iran, somehow putting up a rogue feed and trying to send it out to the world. That's a shock. They did it in China in 1989, but they're not doing it now. In Iran, it's scary. But then again, this is the same network that hires Nancy Grace, which reminds me, headline news, where have you gone? Nancy Grace? I would say Glenn Beck, but he's on Fox News right now. But yeah, CNN gone down the drain. All you need to see is the headline news network. Boy, is that terrible. Now,
it's a shame.
It is a shame, and the callers are teasing me right now. The callers are teasing me. The phone lines lit up. Then they drop dead. Then they go away. Another 10 minutes.
Callers.
Come on, callers. Step up. I don't want to say
we want to hear what you think.
We want to hear what you think. And that's,
call in. Come on.
And that's the beauty of the Acadiana Open channel. There are two of you watching online right now.
Yep.
Maybe one of you watching on AOC right now. And if I know who that one person is. Yes. Mom, you can go to sleep now. It's okay. You can go to bed. But I lost my train of thought. I just ruined my train of thought. That is this program, when it winds up on YouTube, will be a primer of how not to do a TV show. It's one of those things where, and I like to make fun of certain newscasts and newscasters, but this is one of these where I'm going to have to go back tonight and make fun of myself. Sarah Palin and David Letterman.
Yeah, how about that? There's also a twist to that story, because I read in another article today that Jay Leno had pitched a similar joke to what Letterman had, and he didn't get any flack for it, so the plot thickens.
But then again, Leno was on his way out, and...
This was even before he was on his way out, yes, but it was in weeks before, right. It wasn't hyped. I think Letterman has always been a little bit edgier than Leno.
Well, Letterman was, since he started in 1982, when he first started with Late Night, he was much edgier than he is, or he was much edgier then, still has a bit of that edge now, but even then, I watched it on Monday night, I caught the remarks he made, and even then it was like, oh, really? Did he do that?
Yeah, he went a little too far.
To expect the fallout he went too far, but to expect the fallout that happened, that surprises me, which leads to the question: A, will CBS do anything to Letterman? Well, that's a stupid question. They haven't done anything now. They probably won't. But did Sarah Palin play her cards right here? And that's the real question. Should Palin have done what she did, go out, criticize him as a perv, as I don't remember the exact phrase she used, but should she have gone out and attack Letterman as he did, or as she did, I should say, excuse me for that, as she did, and refused to go on his program, or should she have turned this in another direction? We'll let you be the judge of that.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think she's just a mother trying to protect her daughter, and because she's in the spotlight, it's shoved her whole family in the spotlight, so I think it's justified in that respect. You gotta respect someone who's willing to stand up for their family and not just let someone else walk over them. So for that, I think the media is having a bigger play in this and making this to be more hyped up than the situation actually is. I think they should handle this situation privately. I don't think it should be a public debate, because I think it is a private issue that she has with Letterman. And it should not be a public one. I think we should be covering some other